Welcome back. In this video, what I'm going to talk about is what I learned from my 24-hour fast in the woods this weekend. Went to go experience some nature. I learned some things. I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. Also, I'm going to show you where I went to eat to break my fast. One of my favorite spots. You'll see in the video. And then the last thing, I'm going to share with you something that I learned today. Is how not to undervalue yourself. How not to undervalue yourself. So with that said, here we go. Okay, my Uber's finally here. And wait, let me close the door here. So I wish I had a chance to record this a little bit earlier, but I'm heading to the Poconos with two buddies of mine. And it's gonna be interesting because there's going to be no laptops, no phones. I'm going to leave my phone in the car, and we're just going to go out into nature to detox. So, you know, it's good for the spirit and it's good for the body as well to detox. But one of the things that really motivated it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I tried the Apple Vision Pro goggles. And let me tell you, it was incredible. The immersive experience of spatial computing, I know that's a mouthful, but it's nothing that we've ever seen before. And it's gonna change, you know, how we experience the world and how we live over the next decade, 20 years, when it becomes a norm. But one of the things that got me is when, you know, a few days after being in those goggles, I felt my mind craving to go back into them again. And I don't like that feeling. So I was like, okay, I need to do something because I want to be able to maintain my mind and be able to have a place within myself that I can find, that only I can get to. That's secure in my heart and my mind. That's mine. It's not taken over. My will is not taken over by all these things. So today's the beginning of hopefully another practice of like just detox and unplugging and being very conscious about that, because we do, and I do, spend a lot of time on these devices for work. Like I said in my last video, I live and work in the cloud, literally. Yeah, this is gonna be a great experience. I'm not gonna be able to shoot as much of it. But I'm gonna do as much as I can in the in-between times. So please bear with me, and I'll try to document as much as I can. But I do want to be off the phone as well, so because that's the whole point. That's the whole point. But I will document as much as I can. Okay, we're finally up here. This is probably gonna be my last video that I do before I go into hibernation, but I'll keep you posted. Okay, I just got back from the little weekend. I wouldn't call it a getaway, but a weekend detox. It was really refreshing. I actually have the same clothes on. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But yeah, it was really refreshing. It was good to spend some time with two friends of mine. And just to get quiet, like just unplug it from everything. I didn't have my phone with me the whole time, so I locked my phone, not locked it, but I put it in the phone in the glove compartment, and I haven't touched it until right now. But it was definitely a great time. I always encourage anybody, if you have an opportunity to unplug from everything, always take it. Because I was hesitant at first, but I'm glad I, went with it. So I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Like I said, I just got pulled up and about to head into my house, but it was a great time. Yeah, so after I got home, I decided to come to the gym. Now today I'm doing a really, really light workout today, just to get the blood flowing. While we were there on the retreat, I didn't do much movement. We pretty much stayed in a cabin for most of the time and unplugged and talked. sharing what was going on in each other's lives. So it was really good. And one thing I walked away with is this idea of remembering where you came from. And as you go through life, and as you season, get more mature, you always have something to look back on. And it seems like your mind is doing this analysis against everything you've gone through. And what happens is you have some good things you went through in life, and you had some bad things that you went through in life. But what happens is, in that war of the mind, sometimes that bad starts to overtake the good, and you forget the good. And you don't bring that back into your memory, because the bad stuff that happened is more stronger. There's more emotion tied to it. And what that does is it causes resistance in your life. So if you're experiencing resistance, maybe sometimes that's there. But one thing I walked away with that is being more conscious of remembering the good times and resurfacing that, remembering the dreams that you had, remembering the visions that you had in that time. And anytime that bad memory comes up, you replace it with the good memories, the good feelings. And that's the practice. The practice is continually making the good feelings, the good times, overpower that until it's second nature. It's just like a muscle, just like being in the gym. You got to continue to do that, or you're going to squeeze yourself out of all of the opportunities, out of all of the things that you're looking forward to. You're going to squeeze yourself right out of it, because your mind's going to overtake. The negative stuff's going to overtake all the positive things that happen. So in that little bit of time, that's what I walked away with. I was telling my friend I could have stayed at least one more day, because I was just starting to get into this Zen place. It took me some time to wind down. I just think, I'm in a hustle. You see me hustling. I'm hustling. And then one day you're telling me just to stop? I don't work like that. I don't work like that. So it took me maybe more than a few hours to get into that place of Zen. But as soon as we were about to leave and I found that place, it was time to go. So I could have if I do that again, I would like to go at least 1 day and 2 nights to get like one full day, to really allow myself to sit in that still place. But yeah, like I was telling my friends, one of the reasons why I went is because, and I think I might have shared this, but I'll share it again while I'm walking. One of the reasons why I went is because I tried on the Apple Vision Pro 2 weeks ago. And let me tell you, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like the spatial computing and the immersive experience was incredible. Like, it's going to change computing. What they're trying to do is, I have a laptop with me that I work off of my phone. They're trying to literally put the laptop on my head without having to type. I put the laptop on my head and I have this panoramic view of all of my work. But anyway, maybe like last week sometime, I started to feel a craving in my mind to go back into the goggles and try them again. And for some reason, I didn't like that feeling. We're already addicted to, our phones and our other electronic devices. And that took some time. But this is it's different. All I'm gonna say is different. So I wanted to go and shut down just to check that out. just to check that out, go deep, go dive deep into myself and see, where that's coming from. And also to establish with myself, no matter how much technology I use, I have that place that only I can get to. That's quiet. And if you lose that, I'm afraid of losing that place. If you lose that place of quietness, it's game over. If you can't close your eyes and find that place within yourself, it's game over. Because then you're at the will and the control of something else. That's just what it is. And like I said, all these things are just tools. They don't have any intentions for your life at all. The tools themselves, they're very neutral. But it's you, it's me. What we have going on up here that makes the tool, you use the tool appropriately. So, yeah, that's a little bit. I'll share some more about the trip and some insights that I got. But for now, that's about it. New restaurants and stuff pop up here downtown. Here goes one I'm pretty curious about. It's called the Potato Factory, which is interesting. They have all these Mr. Potato Head things. If nothing else, it's good marketing. But the Potato Factory coming downtown, I guess soon. It used to be a Jamaican restaurant. It was a Jamaican restaurant, but that didn't work. So we'll see. At minimum, I'm curious. I'm finally gonna break my fast from this weekend, and I'm breaking it with one of my favorite spots, Chipotle. You can't go wrong with Chipotle. So about to head over to Whole Foods. Today's Sunday, and about to get my week together. But before that, I wanted to grab something to eat and break my fast. I was about 24 hours, water, nothing but water, and we had some fruits like blueberries or strawberries, but it was pretty much water most of the time. So gonna break it with some Chipotle, and then I'm gonna go over and get myself together, my mind ready for the week. A really quick reminder for you: do not undervalue yourself. I know we're in a very, very tough market right now, and sometimes the tendency when you're looking for opportunities is to undervalue yourself in order to undercut whatever competition's out there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I learned that the hard way. That's why I'm sharing this now. I learned it the hard way that undercutting your competition is not always the best move. Sometimes you have to value yourself at your ideal rate or your ideal value, and then if they don't go for that, you just negotiate the scope, but don't cut back on your value. I learned that the hard way, so I just thought that I'll share it with you. At least I'll get some value by sharing that with you if you're going through that situation of valuing a project or valuing a company. Whatever the valuation you're making, stand firm. Stand firm on it. So, yeah, I was negotiating something in there, and I think, I might have undervalued myself, but I don't know yet. We'll see how it plays out, but I gave a number, that I maybe could have got more. That's business. That's business. All right, well, just thought I would share that.